Madam, start.
A very good afternoon to one and all present here for the fifth day, 10th session of FDP Phase-I. George Curious said, technology will not replace great teachers, but technology in hands of great teachers can be transformational. So with this, I, Deepa Kayar, Assistant Professor, Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, feel privileged to welcome you all on behalf of Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering for AICT-sponsored two-week online faculty development program on fostering ethics, moral values, and character building and technical education from 23rd November to 5th December 2020, organized by Mechatronics Department, SVCE. So today we'll start afternoon session. So we have Professor Washa Ma'am, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, SVC Bangalore, here with us as a resource person. So Ma'am is delivering a talk on redefining the role of an engineering teacher in digital era. It's a great honor for me to welcome you, ma'am. And at the same time, I take this
Thank you.
opportunity to introduce Washa ma'am. Professor Washa Kulkarni ma'am has pursued BE in Computer Science and Engineering from Jawaharlal Nehru College of Engineering, Aurangabad, Maharashtra. MTech in Computer Science Engineering from MS Ramaya Institute of Technology, Bangalore. So pursuing PhD at Reva University. So she has served for various organizations in numerous capacities, worked as lecturer in Kuppam Engineering College, JNTU, Hyderabad, worked as a lecturer in Konkan Gnanapita Engineering College at Karjat. So ma'am is having totally 18.5 years of teaching plus industrial experience. Currently, ma'am is serving as assistant professor in Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, Bangalore from July 2009. So ma'am has have a totally 15 publications, including international conference, international journals, and some of them are index. Ma'am completed course conducted by CCE IISc Bangalore in data mining during August-December 2011. Ma'am is having a life membership of ISTE and IE, and ma'am has called as a resource person for number of FDPs and SDP, and as well as judge for Smart India Hackathon 2020. So with this brief introduction, I take this opportunity to welcome ma'am on behalf of management and on my own behalf. Once again, I welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Deepa, ma'am.
Now I request Professor Washa ma'am to take over the session. Over to you, ma'am.
Okay, so I'll just share my screen.
Yeah.
Yes, madam. Share the screen.
Okay. So I think this screen is visible, right? These are visible.
Yes, ma'am. It's visible now.
Yeah. And audibility is also okay, right?
Yeah, ma'am. Clear it is.
Okay, fine. So thank you, Deepa ma'am, for introducing me. Thank you, Vijayashri ma'am, for giving me an opportunity. Thank you, SVC principal sir and management for providing such a platform and for giving such a good opportunity for the AICT sponsored FDP. So definitely the FDP which is going on for this 15 days phase 1 of FDP, it's a very good topic which actually everybody should nowadays it is very much required. And at the same time, today is the 5th day, second session. We have already listened to almost 9 sessions from the day 1. So my role is with respect to moral values, but at the same time, these moral values will come more for the teacher side than the student side. So the title is definitely the redefining the role of an engineering teacher in digital era. So let us move to the next slide and let us see what is there in our agenda in today's FDP, today's session. I will be covering all these points to just say why how we should redefine ourselves with the changing trends. So definitely as a teacher, we have a lot of respect, we have a great values, we are the one who actually says as giving knowledge also and moral values also. You already attended number of sessions where you have seen that the character building, and today's session also in the morning by the Khandelwal ma'am, it was really good. So how we have to I mean, these are my agenda. Let us, before starting with the first point of the agenda, let us go to with the some of the viral photos during this pandemic, during this lockdown. We have seen in the lockdown that the suddenly the lockdown started and we all teachers sat at home and started taking classes from the home. And then definitely through social media we have seen that number of photos, viral photos. We have seen that how teachers are struggling to take the classes, right? So these are the some of the photos which are actually very viral. And it is saying, the first photo is saying, where the comment is there, when there is a wheel there is a way. So the teacher is how she has made the by using the hanger, mobile, tagging it not properly, and then correctly taking the position of that particular mobile such that the entire cupboard, I mean, sorry, entire blackboard will be covered, and the student should able to see. And the second photo also you can see that fridge, I think that is a glass of fridge. In fridge will use that glass. By using that, down she is writing, and then that will be captured by the mobile, and then it will the students will see. So this is the viral photos. Then this is one more. You can see the fourth photo where that Jane's teacher carrying the blackboard with his vehicle, two-wheeler, where the umbrella is also there, and to that umbrella also number of different calendars, I mean big posters has been attached, so that students should maintain the social distance. At the same time they can see what exactly it's there on the blackboard and the poster also. So many teachers found out their way to uh, how to reach to the students, how to reach to students to give their knowledge. And previously all photos we have seen from the teacher side, but at the same time from the student side also there were so many photos. And I think these photos would have seen by everybody, where one student is sitting in the some maize field on the top of that uh, constructed this one, where the signal will be more, and she's learning over there through her mobile, getting connected to the online teaching through the mobile. And here also on the other, this is very viral. In fact, the other one where the finally it is from the Kerala, I think, where or Andhra, finally she is sitting on the top of her house, and by taking umbrella so that sunlight also should not scorching sunlight will be there, and all that things. What kind of efforts the students has taken. Some, I mean, I cannot say all kinds of students, but the students who wants to actually study, attend the online classes. So these are some of the viral photos with respect to students. Then we can see the next photo. I think you can make out this photo is myself. This is me taking an online class during the lockdown at home. And this is the same room right now where I'm sitting. And this is the same behind what I have the wardrobe. It is the same wardrobe, but wardrobe, I mean, it is the same wardrobe, but only the thing that the door sides are changed. You know that for every wardrobe, the inner side will be white color, white mica will be there, which will be glossy. So we have turned that wardrobe's doors and we have fit in the other way. And then I can use both the doors of my wardrobe as a blackboard, as a whiteboard. So by purchasing the highlighters and all markers, I mean, and then I'm taking this operational research subject. So when lockdown started suddenly in the March, it was like how to take the operational research, because already we started with the simplex method, and many of you know that simplex method needs a big size of blackboard where we can write big examples. So this wardrobe helped me a lot by for taking the classes, and then I have to keep my laptop camera angle in such a way that it should cover the complete wardrobe. So this is all arrangement I have done as a teacher. I also wanted to see that my students should not stop. I cannot just solve the answers and explain the answers. Solving answers directly on the paper and then explaining it will not be that effective than writing one line, one step, one instructions, and then asking them. So it was very good response I got from many of the students when I have done all these kinds of adjustment in my house. So the same place, same thing. So this is what different viral photos. I mean, there are many photos we have seen, many teachers, many students with this kinds of during this lockdown and pandemic, how the education system has changed or it's affected. And now definitely at the school level it is different, and at the engineering level it is different, because at engineering level students knows that how to use the online material, right? So uh, actually in this pandemic period, in this lockdown period, we realized that we are being a teacher, we are not that equipped, or we are not that uh, level up to the I mean, digitally we are not that equipped. So we realize that, and then let us start now. First we'll go with one slides and we'll go with the discussion. So how we can redefine our role. So let us start with my first point, like we are a teacher. Being a teacher, why we all should be proud to be a teacher, right? Why we should proud to be a teacher? Because we know that when we feel proud, some or the other way will get excellency in our profession. There are so many different kinds of professions are there apart from this teaching, right? There the IT is there, where the people will work as a software engineer, software developer. There is mechanical, the people will work as a production manager. I mean, there are so many professions are there. And in all the professions, when if we see the software engineers, they will be dealing with the computers, and they will by with using the computers they will be writing the programs. When it comes to the production manager, they will be dealing with the machines, and they will be dealing with some raw materials where some kinds of metal, some kinds of where they will manufacture something, right? And we are dealing with, as in teachers, we are dealing with the raw materials, which are the live raw materials. Live means what? The actual students. For the students are nothing but the raw material for us, where we are developing that student in some good product. So we are dealing with the students, right? So that is, we should feel proud that we are actually dealing with the live material, live raw material, where our product is someone which will be graduated, one who will be graduated with equipped with the knowledge and equipped with the moral values and ethics and everything. So that is what our duty is, that is what our work is. and that's why we should feel proud for that. Then going to the next point is we are always spending the time with the young minds. See, this is very important. When we spend the time with the children, uh, uh, some or the other way will behave like a childish, because we wanted to get into them, so we'll be trying to get into their speed, their way. When we'll speak with some eldermost people, then we'll try to become patient, we'll try to become little matured, we try to become uh, more like we will try to listen them patiently and all, right? But here in case of our case in the teacher, where we are engineering student, I mean teacher, and our students of, they all are with the such kind of age where they are young minds. We can say that their mind is actually the level where they have lot many things in their mind, and now how to extract those things from there and make it very productive, that is what we have to think. So always we are spending our time with the young mind, so we will also feel ourselves as a young, right? So definitely as we'll spend time, we'll feel it as a young, and looking to their kind of concepts or kind of innovative uh, uh, what we can say, uh, the nature, the way they will look towards the some kind of topics, we will also feel that yes, that is also one way to look towards the particular thing. So always we are spending the time with the young minds, and the young minds we are nothing but having a lot of potentials which we can utilize it. Then the third one, we are something like nation building. We should feel proud because we are giving back to the nation. Every time we'll feel right when we'll work in house, uh, we'll give back something to the house also. I mean, either way, as an uh, lady, will keep working at home some household things, and that is our duty, so we'll do that. When we'll work in the society also, we'll try to give back to the society. So when it comes to our nation, it's our duty to give back to our nation. So why don't we try to give the products which are very good? Because finally, what is going to happen? The students are finally, after graduating, they will be at after some experience, they will be at good position, right? So they will go with some kind of good moral values and good knowledge. So finally, that is what our role. If we are doing that role, we are producing a good students, good graduates, and we are giving back to the nation. Then why we should feel proud to be a teacher? The next point is like, just remember, everybody in everybody's life there is one, at least one unforgettable teacher. If I also now, if I remember something, who's my favorite teacher or who is the unforgettable teacher in my life, so I'll also get immediately one name of my one teacher, right? So in everybody's life there is a one unforgettable teacher, so try to become that unforgettable teacher for our student. So we should proud that we are a teacher, we got this profession, we are in this profession, and that's the profession has a lot to deal with so many things. And then the last point is definitely important for everybody, but if we look at both the ways, we can give like the pay, right? When it comes to the pay, we cannot say that we are having very bad pay or having very less pay or something. And if you have a knowledge, if you have a qualification, if you are equipped with all those things, definitely your salary is you will get sixth pay, you will get seventh pay. But at the same time, when you will look towards the pay, yes, and when you will look towards the pay, also at the same time, you look that when your students are passing and when they are at after certain age, when they are getting such a good position, they are reaching at some very good position in their career, their pay is also not matching to our pay, but still we'll be happy, right? We'll never get that point, he's my student, I mean, I taught him, and now he's working there as an XYZ at such a good position. He's getting such a huge salary. We don't get that kind of things in our mind, right? Because we feel proud ourselves saying that, yes, he is my student and he is that position. So that will not come into a picture many times when we are producing a good students and when they are selling in their career at very good way. So yes, so being a teacher, feel proud that we are a teacher. Then coming to the next slide. Yes, before going for traditional, I mean, traditional teaching or digital teaching, we'll just think how the traditional learning and digital learning was happening. So in that case, you can see the difference. We can say in the traditional learning, for students, when they wanted to learn, for students, only teacher was the main source to get learn from for something. Then the books, some notes available, some question papers where they will find out what are the important questions or important topics. But in traditional learning, the main source was the teacher, from where the teaching learning was getting. But in digital era, the sources are many to get learn, right? Sources are Google, Moodle, Wikipedia, Coursera, NPTEL, Swayam, then so many YouTube videos, so many things are available, right? So the students can learn from so many sources. Then come back to the traditional learning. Next point, accessibility was limited. In traditional learning, the accessibility of the teacher was limited. Like that time, it's like the class is over. Next day, next class, when the next day we'll get the same class for the same teacher. If we have any doubts, we can ask that teacher. So that accessibility of that teacher to clarify our doubts was limited. But here in digital era, the accessibility is 24/7 by 365 days, because all the materials are available in the cloud, all the materials are available in the internet. You can access anytime whenever you have a doubt, and you can clarify the doubt. Then the third point is validation of concept was not possible in the classroom. Now, this is with respect to the traditional learning. What exactly it is telling that? It's saying that when the students were in the classroom and when teacher was teaching something, if we get a doubt, we can ask the teacher. But whenever the explanation given by the teacher, whether that is validated, to validate that, to get the clarity, to validate whether it is correct or not, that was not possible when the student is in classroom. But in digital era, you know that this side the teacher is talking and other side somewhere else in house the students are listening. The teacher is teaching through the PPTs and students wants to know whether this is correct or not. Some doubt has come. He doesn't want to ask the students, but he doesn't want to ask the teacher, but he wants to clarify it. So he wants to validate it. So validation of concept was possible because he can directly go to the any Google source, find out whether this is the correct or not. Then the next point, deviation while attending the classes in the classroom was less. So when in traditional learning, the deviation for attending the classes in the classroom was less, because being a teacher, we used to be in the class and we were able to manage 60, 70 students. And if anybody is making any kind of noise, or anybody is looking continuously outside and something, so we used to bang him and ask him, please pay attention. But now in the digital era running, where we are somewhere at the far place, at far distance, our student is somewhere in his house at a far distance, and the only the thing that they are not switching on their cameras. So deviation while attending the class is more, because that when they are attending the classes, same time they will check their WhatsApp, they will chat through a WhatsApp, they will check their Facebook, they will check different social media accounts, and they will check all these things. So there is a lot of deviations if it is in the digital era learning. If it is with respect to classroom, I'm talking. And then definitely this is little repeating kind of point. The next point is learning or reading through the books, notes, old question papers, library. So in traditional learning, the students used to get the used to learn from the teacher. Apart from teacher, it was like books, notes, old question papers, library. They used to go to library. Nowadays in digital era learning, for them, what is library? Library, if you see in many colleges, yes, many colleges are having the books which is latest books with the latest editions and all. But how many students are going to the library when it compares to traditional learning and now digital learning? So nowadays the learning will happen through readily available online PPTs. That too, most of the time, if you are going for the exam, before exam, they will just find out the online PPTs with respect to that subjects. They will just scroll over that, and they will manage, remember some of the important points, and they will note down those things in the paper. So online PPTs are readily available. And then everybody knows that the traditional learning was the teacher centric, where this is student centric. When it is a teacher centric means, definitely in engineering colleges we don't beat anyone, any student. At school level also, it is that time it used to allow, and teacher used to give one slap nicely if you do some mischievousness, if you don't understand something and all. That all used to accept it. But nowadays it is a student centric, which is not allowed. And at the same time, the emotional quotient, that which call as EQ of every student, is very high. Because before and all, we were like three, four people in one house. Nowadays only one or two, one girl, one boy, or either a single child. So they will be pampered, or they will be uh, their emotional quotient is very high. So that way, if you scold them also, we have to scold them in with very proper way. uh, that we have to, that's why it is nowadays just student centric, we'll say. So looking towards all these things, when it comes to the learning, traditional learning and digital learning, and when we see that our role as a teacher, when we were teaching in the traditional and now digital, so traditional also we cannot go back for 20-25 years back, but we can just go for the last year. And now after pandemic, we can see that there are a lot of changes happens in our teaching. Because it's not like that we also used to till last year we also used to have all kinds of ICT tools, right? Information and communication technology. So we are aware, but mostly we were going with the PPTs. We used to prepare a PPTs. We are going to the class, connect to the projector, start explaining through the PPTs. Or some of the subjects where the blackboard is actually required, kinds of maths kind of subjects, kind of programming subjects, some kind of in mechanical, civil, where the blackboard is compulsory. We cannot just explain through the PPTs. We used to have the blackboard teaching. Now only this, in the after pandemic, after lockdown, we realize that it is lot many digital teaching is happening and online teaching is happening, and then we realize that we are not digitally equipped. As a teacher, we are not digitally equipped. So we actually realize that the even if we are presenting, even if we are taking the online classes, we are seeing that the students are not attending our classes, or not that good attendance is there. So let us go to the next slide, where we'll understand what exactly the true role of teacher. Let us see what is the true role of the teacher. So there is a very nice shloka in our Vedanta, in our which says that Acharyat padamadatte padam shishyah swamedhaya padam sabrahmacharibhyah padam kala kramena cha. So this is a shlok which is available, which is telling what is the true role of teacher. So let us go to let us go and understand the logic, original meaning, the meaning of this particular shloka. It's saying that Acharyat padamadatte. That means what? The 1/4 knowledge comes by the teacher, right? Acharyat padamadatte. That means the 1/4 knowledge for any students come by the teacher, come by the acharya, come by the guru. It comes by the guru. Padam shishya swamedhaya. Padam means 1/4. Knowledge comes by its one's own intelligence. The student's own intelligence, he will understand 1/4 of knowledge. Swamedhaya. Right? Then the next is saying that Padam sabrahmacharibhya. That means 1/4 knowledge will come by his class fellows, his friends, because they will discuss with each other and they will explain each other. No, this works like this. So 1/4 of knowledge will comes by his class fellows. Padam sabrahmacharibhya. And the last one is saying that Padam Kala Kramena cha. That means 1/4 knowledge comes as time passes. I mean, throughout the experiences in the life, as we get the experience in the lives, we'll learn so many things, self-learning, self-experience, right? We'll get so much experience and then we'll learn so many things. So 1/4 of knowledge comes through the experiences in life. So this is the meaning of this particular shloka, which is telling that we can understand that this is the true role of teacher. We are not giving 100% to any students. The 100% of his knowledge he is getting with this different stages. Let us say this is the original version of our original meaning of that particular shloka. How this shloka we can change it to the modern version. So let me go to the next slide. Yes. Now this is the next slide is giving you a modern version of the same shloka, which is saying that the first and the last part is same. Acharya padamadatte and padam kala kramena cha, that is same. But the middle one has changed. So instead of saying Padam Shishya Swamedhaya, where the student on his own, he will learn 1/4 of knowledge he will get there, we can say Padam Shishya Wikipedia or Google. That means he is getting the things from the Wikipedia, from the Google, he is learning some of the concept, some of the knowledge he is getting from the different such kind of sources. And the third one, where in the original it was Padam Sabrahmacharibhya, like he will get from his fellow students. Here we can say, in the modern version, we can say Padam WhatsApp, Facebook, Bihar. That means 1/4 of knowledge he will get through his fellow friends on the WhatsApp, on the Facebook, some through social media where he's connected with his friends, and through that he's getting some of the knowledge. So if you see this particular shloka, and if you see the original version of this shloka and the modern version of this shloka, we can just relate it. The role of the teacher is still the same. The acharyat padamadatte is still, it is same whether you go for the original shloka or you go for the modern shloka and modern version of that shloka, it is still same. So don't worry, teachers, we are doing our duty. We have to do our duty. Only the thing that now, as students are more digitally equipped, they are more fast to get access with this kind of digital things. We also has to see that we should not somewhere lag behind, right? You people, we all know that. Okay, let us, before going for that point, let me go to the next slide, which is talking about what about the practicals and laboratories, right? Just don't think about the laboratories of computer science or some particular branch. If most of the colleges has a equipped laboratory, very big computers, or I mean all kinds of machines, all kinds of uh, the things which they require for that laboratory, whether it with respect to the electronics lab, or whether it respect to the civil labs, or with respect to the mechanical labs. Already almost all colleges are having the good laboratories, so they have already invested in that laboratories, right? And there are so many more colleges, many colleges in India also, and in throughout the world also, where they have a very big laboratories. Just look at this laboratory of this particular university, which is a Georgia Tech in USA. They have a class computing building, a building wherein throughout the 1.4 lakh square feet there are so 70 laboratories, 1 gigabyte network, 4 storage of buildings only for the laboratory. So spelling is wrong for the laboratory, but only for the laboratory they have such a huge buildings. I can just show you the image. This is one image of the same Georgia technology, where it is a class computing building. Here it is, you can see over here the building, and it is in the round shape, and such a huge building. And if you see what and all available in this building, then you can see that you can just read into this what and all available there. So you have a Cray super computers with 1 TB of RAM, then 8 nodes, 64 cores plus GPU, and then uh, just 1 second. Okay, then I mean, if you go through this, you can see the configuration of their laboratory, such a big laboratory, thousands of cores of clusters. Sorry, I mean 10,000 core clusters for biology research, poster printers, 840 nodes. I mean, it's just like almost all latest configuration which is available, and like that they have a 70 laboratory which is equipped with the latest uh, configuration. So do we think that after this digital everything, after pandemic, after lockdown, I mean, once again when the classes will start, this is of no use. Students will not come back to the colleges. Is it so? That's what we have to think. Whether they will not come back, they will come back to the college. They will come back, and we will start taking the classes. But now we have to redefine ourselves, because we have to understand during this pandemic, during this lockdown period, we have understand that students are knowing that from where to get what kind of resources, right? But at the same time, when they will come back to the classes, it's not like that they will not come back. They'll come back to their classes, how we should redefine ourselves, how we should present ourselves. See, when we'll go for purchasing some new mobile, what we'll say to that person, we'll just say that what is the latest uh, I mean model. We'll go for the latest model, we'll check the latest model. Even if we go for the TV, purchasing TV or anything, then we'll check what is the latest available in that particular thing. So whether TV, washing machine, we'll go for the latest model, we'll check, and as per our this one we'll purchase it. So but we'll see, right? Why, even if we go for purchasing a dress or something for us, we will also see that what is the latest fashion, let me go for that. So we'll see all these things. So when in generally, when we see that, when we wanted to purchase something for ourselves, when we wanted to get something for ourselves, when we'll see for the latest thing, why not as a teacher, when we'll take a classes, why not we are using the latest technology which will be helpful for us also and for students also, and because of that we will get close to the student. So that means we have to go for the blended mode now. The teacher has to go for the blended mode. So do you think only as a teacher can we go there? After once students will come back to the classes, only a teacher we should behave as a teacher? No, let us change our role of teacher to the coach. The coach which generally will be there available for the sports, right? For cricket sport there will be coach available. For football there will be coach available. So what generally coach will do, when there will be that particular player will come to learn something, either cricket or some game, they will play with them, they will to give them a training, to give the training to that player. They will play with them, along with them. They will not stand at one place and they will just give instructions, kick, hit like this, or put bat like this or something like that, right? They will play along with them and they will give them a training. So in our teaching field also, let us change our role from teacher to a coach. So let us learn the latest things which is available along with the student. What we know, we have a subject knowledge, right? We have a subject knowledge, but to get close to this kind of generation, because this kind of generation is different, right? It is not like the 1 hour generation. The time there are so many changes happens, and every some years changes will happen. So when the changes are happening, we have to adapt with the changes. Let us adapt those changes, let us adapt our students with their latest things, and then let us change our role, only not only the teacher, but let us become a coach. So let us have a blended mode of things where we go for the teaching also and we'll go with the digital things also. So once when we'll go back to the classes, once everything normal and again students will return back, let us change some points with respect to the teaching, and let us try to the first point which I want. Teachers should be energetic. We should be energetic. The time will go to the class, and if we go to the class with the very bad mood and I mean with the low energy and all, the teacher also will not like it. Sorry, I mean the students also will not like it. So our psychic influences will always happen to the students. The way we will behave, the same that kind of influence will be there on the student. So have a positive attitude when you are going to the class. Let us go with the positive attitude, let us make ourselves energetic. from the first class to the last class, or from the day one of from Monday to Saturday. Let us make ourselves very energetic. See, because this is very important, as the students are not of very small kind of students, where or very small means they are of school levels, they are of kindergarten kind of levels or something. Our students are students which are in the particular age where they understood so many things, and that influence will happen on them. So have a positive attitude that always will reflect in the students also. And to make ourselves energetic, we have to practice meditation, yoga, some kind of exercises, so that, see, it is not for making ourselves fit, or making it's not for only for us, but it's also for the people who is surrounding to us, the people with whom we always spend the time, right? These are nothing but our own students. Every day at least we have a one or two classes, we'll deal with the 60 or 70 students. So let us have the energy level, our energy level good, so that the same thing will reflect to the students also. Then the next point, which is saying that think that we got another opportunity to deliver a talk. See, because it is like we have to say the work is worship. We know that nowadays the lot of works apart from teaching, we get lot many kinds of works. A lot of documentation works also will get it, and sometimes we'll feel it as teaching is happening secondary, where the primary we are concentrating on many documentation works, or many other things are also changed at the technical institutes or professional colleges, where we will be involved with, apart from teaching, we will be involved with so many research kind of things, so many different kinds of activities, where we have to give our time, right? So with all these are happening, we are actually complaining that nowadays teaching is not happening. But let us think that uh, is it there is no change happens in it during the throughout years? Definitely the changes are happening. The kind of work culture, it's changing. So when there is always change is always happening, why don't we accept that this is also a part of our duty, right? Because when this is required, and we should be happy that yes, we are getting the work, we are having the work when we are going to the college, right? So we are getting the opportunity to do the work, right? At the same time, when our students are waiting, we have an opportunity to deliver the talk, right? So it's like meeting with the young minds, and as I told previously also, getting so many things, so many innovative ideas from them, and in front of so many students, listen to them also, uh, talk to them also, right? Then the third point which I wanted to say that how many of us actually enjoy the teaching? How many of us actually, when we'll teach, when we'll go to the class, when we'll take a class, even in the this way online also, how many of us enjoy that teaching, right? Because you just go to any music concert, there when the music concert will start, the artist, the whole group of artists will be there, and every artist will be just playing some on some kind of instrument, and all together some music will come. They will put their heart and soul 100% commitment they will give to their music, or they will put complete heart and soul, and then only that nice music will come out, right? So that means what? When we'll put ourselves 100% to our job, our heart and our soul, when we'll put to our job, definitely we'll get excellence in our teaching. So we have to enjoy the teaching. It's not like that it's very boring kind of. We should not say it's boring nowadays. Why we are saying it's boring nowadays? See, when every changes are happening everywhere, and when we always see that we have to get equipped with you now also you see what happened in this lockdown period. Suddenly online classes started, and so many online teaching tools came. Then we decided which tools to use to take the class, whether go for Google Meet, whether go for Zoom, whether go for GoToWebinar, or this MS Team. So many this even YouTube. So many this one were available, but whether we were knowing how to use that, we were not knowing. And how we got it, we just asked our friends whether he or she knows our, or we went to Google and just search how to use it. We went through some of the videos, and we understood how to add someone, how to join with something, how to add a member, how to create, how to share the PPT, something and all, whichever doubts we used to get while doing this online classes with respect to that online tool. We learn, right? We learn, and we understood that, and we are using it now also. What is happening? I'm not physically, we all are not together. I am at my place, you are at your place, and we are conducting a class, or we are conducting some session, right? So we know that we have to get to the latest things, we have to change for the new things. Then let us enjoy our teaching with all changes which are coming in our plate. Put our heart and put our soul for all that kind of teaching, all for the teaching, right? The next point is talking about no complaint database. There should not be any complaint database. You all just remember when we joined some years back, let us say some 5 years back or 10 years back, or I will take my own example. When I joined some 10, 11 years back to this college, I came just finishing my MTech from the MSRIT, and I joined this. And then I was little saying that, oh, in that college it was like this, in this college it is like this. So this is comparison I was saying. When we generally will say when I was student or when we was student, this was not like this. Nowadays students are not. Nowadays students are very different. They don't wanted to sit at one place. They don't wanted to listen to us. So many such kind of talks will do, which is generally will say it as a, we'll say right now it as a complaint. Then we used to say the love, when we'll go to the class also, we'll say the, sometimes we'll say all the students in the class that your last batch was far better. So every next class next year will say that your far batch was very better. That means what? That every future batch is going to come will be always bad. So why such kind of complaints? Why we are having such kind of things to say that the last batch was very better. The students were very good. They used to enjoy my class. They used to listen to my classes. हाँ okay, connected now. Okay, then I'll start. Okay, so sorry for this because there is a current fluctuation in this area also, but Wi-Fi is very good speed. So, okay, once again, I'll just share it. Deepa ma'am, is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay.
It's
Okay,
visible,
fine.
ma'am.
I'll continue.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so there was a internet issues. This is also one of the problem with the digital era, and they will take this as a one of the excuse, and they will escape from our classes. So we have to go for the blended mode. This is not for lifelong. We'll not be staying in this digital era only. We are going to back to the classes. Our students are going to come back, and the thing that we have to change, because students know now that the sources are available in the internet, and they so we have to now equip with, we have to develop ourselves digitally strong, right? So I was talking about the next point, like no complaint database. We should not have such kind of, because that will always give negative vibrations, always saying all those things, some kind of such kind of things. We should reduce all those negative vibration. So let us accept the reality that all the students which are available in front of us, they are good in digitally, they are very good, even though, even we know that when we get some problem in our mobile or something in the uh, uh, we wanted to know about something in our mobile, we'll take a help from our son or daughter, because we know that they know more than us, right? So we'll go to them and we'll ask them how to change this in the mobile, right? So accept the reality that we right now we need to change it. We have to equip ourselves digitally. We have to understand so many things which is available on the cloud, which is available in the internet, which that we can use in our teaching. Okay, so accept the reality and welcome the change. Let us change ourselves. So going to the next slide, or going to the next point, be an attention puller. So attention puller, that means what? Always conduct some ice breaking activity. Generally what we'll do, when we'll go to the class with our some kinds of notes, chalk, and some so what we need to do, we have to conduct some ice breaking activity, because when students will come to the class, they will be having in their different kind of inertia mode. So we have to break that ice, we have to break that inertia, and we have to small kind of activity. So for example, if I will okay, for example, if I ask you people that, can you tell me the five names of the teachers which comes quickly in your mind? So if I give that, so let us say, just find out the five teachers in your throughout journey, from whom you have get some knowledge. So just find out, or just write down the five teacher names. And after that, if I ask you, for those teachers, in front of those teachers, just put some write some color name. See, sometimes when we were in school, we like the teacher because the way she dress up, the way she speak to us, the way, so we remember her. Sometimes the teacher who will give a nice slap, but later we will realize that yes, that time the teacher has given me a slap, and the my whole life has changed. From there onwards, I realized and I have changed myself. So we remember that teacher for that purpose. Sometimes the teacher, for many reasons, we remember the teacher, right? So when I'll ask you, just write down the name of the 5 teachers in your notebook or something, and then put some color name to those teachers, saying that this teacher, for this teacher the yellow color, for this teacher, because we know the meaning of the colors, right? So that affection with respect to that teacher can be shown through the color, right? So if I ask you this activity to do now, and if you do this activity, you will get involved into this session. Same way, when we'll go to the class, let us be a attention puller, conduct some kind of general activity, some kind of ice breaking activity, where give the student some kind of quiz which you have done in the last class, the last class topic. See, I know that in this one, it is not possible to do so many things. On every class it is not possible, but it is not necessary that you have to do such kind of activities only uh, I mean, only manually or something. You can create this through there are so many websites where you can create a quiz, small quiz, and you can just in your PPT, through your PPT, in the classroom itself, through your PPT, you can ask them to click, just go through a particular link and attend immediately the quiz and give me the answer. So they will get involved into the class, right? So some kind of ice breaking activity we should do. Otherwise it is like it just to bring all the students. And now that's what I wanted to say, that the activity you can do it now through digital activities. There are, as I said, there are number of, I attended one session where there are number of different apart from this Google form to conduct a quiz, immediately online quiz, like immediately the dynamically, when we are taking a class, you can open that website, and you can just create a quiz by giving some of the this one, and through this online only you can send everybody and ask them to solve this quiz. So some kind of small activities we can do it, so that there will be a attention, we can get attention of the students towards the class, and then slowly we can go through our topic and start our topic. So this is one of the point. Then I wanted to say, sell yourself before starting your subject, right? Before you start your subject, you just start to sell yourself. That means it's saying that we see, generally when we'll ask the students, yeah, what is your favorite subject? So we'll get many different we'll get some answers like data structure, or somebody will say Java, somebody will say some answers, right? So most of the time, if you ask the students what is your favorite subject, it will go to the favorite or the teacher who will make themselves very modest in the class. When the teacher will behave very modest way, very professional way, with a good knowledge, where when the teacher will sell themselves with all such kind of good attitude, and then he is equally knowledgeable also. Definitely for that student, that teacher will be a very nice, they will start listening to that, and at the same time for that student, that subject will become a very favorite kind of subject. So behave yourself, make yourself in front of students where you are listening to them patiently, you are modest also, you are what nowadays generation are generally likes that way also. You're professional also, at the same time you are having good knowledge about the subject also. So sell yourself before starting the subject, so they will start listening to your subject, you are listening to your uh, this one. Then we can go to the next point where you announce the topic in advance. That means whenever you are taking any next class in advance, you tell that okay, in the next class we are going to start with this topic, or we are going to take this topic. So I request all of you to at least go through this topic and come with some kind of preparation. And before starting the topic, let small kind of group discussion you do with all of them to what they have actually done. So let them, if it is not many times we have seen that students will not open their mouth to speak something. uh, Either they will feel shy, or they will some people will give attitude that not required kind of things. So let let us change this particular from, instead of preparing manually, let them come with some kinds of digital activity where they have prepared either PPT or some small kind of video or small kind of quiz which they have prepared and they have come with that. So sometimes that will help you to grab the attention towards the subject. And at the same time, sometimes we feel that when we'll give students in advance only some topic to prepare and come, we'll also feel that in group discussion they may ask some questions where we are not aware of that topic, I mean aware of that question, that answer for that. It happens, right? When we as a human being also, it is possible that we are not knowing all the answers to all our subject questions, right? But that time you can handle yourself very frankly, saying that very openly and very correctly, genuinely saying that okay, yes, this doubt is there, correct, but even I don't know about this, even I'm not aware about this particular this one. Let me find out, and next class I will just find out the answer and I will come back with the answers. So when next class you're going, see that, and on your own you're talking on that topic. Yes, yesterday I got stuck with this particular topic and I was not aware of this particular concept. So I myself gone through the things and I understood now. Let me share with you people also. Okay, so that sincerity of being a teacher towards your subject will also reflect among your students also. So there are many times happens that some questions will come and we won't be aware of the answer, and we'll get sometimes like we'll think also that we'll feel it's risky, why to speak about that topic when we don't know. So we'll not take also. So we should avoid all these things. There is not necessary that everybody will be knowing everything. It's not possible, right? So it's okay if we also don't know. We have to genuinely say, and we have to say that yes, I'll go back, I'll find out, I'll come in the next class and I will explain it. But you have to do it. So that much sincerity, being a teacher, we have to do it. Then encourage your students to disagree the concept, some of the concept. We always should encourage the students. I'm saying like this theory works like this, but somewhere you tickle you just play with the mind of the students, where you put them in the dilemma and ask them whether you are agree or disagree. Sometimes we may get some kind of students who will be saying that, ma'am, I'm not agree with this concept, or ma'am, there are some problem with this concept, or something like that, right? So you have to encourage, like I have heard somewhere that some students was saying that this Darwin theory, which is talking about human evolution, is not correct, because we heard that the monkeys, we means human being, we are the evolution from the monkeys, we came from the monkeys, but now we are seeing so many monkeys, whether those monkeys are converted to the humans. So he asked such kind of doubt, and then he said that every thousands years there is some changes will happen. We have seen that this evolution started, and of human evolution, and thousand years changes are happening. So we have seen from so many years, I mean, we have heard from so many years that more than thousands and so many thousands of years humans are there. So why not that has been changed from humans to superhumans? So why that evolution not happen? So the student was saying that I won't agree with this Darwin theory, because Darwin theory is saying that the human beings are coming from the monkeys, and nowadays monkeys are remaining monkeys only. So how we can accept? So there are some kinds of uh, I mean, students who will think and will ask questions, and then we can uh, make that topic as an interesting topic. So don't make your teaching as a monologue where you are only speaking and students are only listening. Okay, so let's going to the next point. It is talking about the standard deviation. So standard deviation, which is saying that we have a 50 or 60 students, all of those students are not same level of students, right? Their grasping power, their intellectual power, then knowledge level, all are different. They come with different background. Some people will come from the convent where they will speak very polishly. Some people will come from the some regional language. They study completely in regional language where they will very they find very difficult to speak in front of so many students, right? So we have a set of 50-60 students where all the students are not of same level. See, we will say that I have given 100% knowledge, or I have given 100% of teaching to all the students. What I taught, same student, all the 60 students heard the same thing, right? So when I taught to all the 60 students, I taught the same, but someone failed, someone passed, because all students are not of same level. We have to, sometimes we have to give more attention to the set of people who grasp little. We have to work on them. Sometimes we will see that people are speaking very nicely, communication skill are good, but knowledge level is not there. Communication skill is very bad, but knowledge wise, grasping power is good. So we have to deal with all such kind of students, and we have to see that what best can come out from them, right? We have to find out their inner interest also. Many times happens some students forcefully come to the class because their parents wish, or their most of the time parents wish only they will come and they will sit, but their interest will be something else. So we have to deal with those kind of students also. That means we have to give the time to the students. It's not like we cannot say, or we cannot just uh, come out saying that I have done my duty, I have taught everybody the same way. It's all depends why those students are fail or those are passed. So we cannot say like that. When we wanted to become a coach, we wanted to become a teacher, it's our duty. We have to give 100% to our teaching job also. And the next point is saying that not to segregate. Yes, it is with respect to previous point only, not to segregate with the good students, with the students as good or bad. Because see, when we'll go to the doctor, for doctor, all the patients are not same, right? The patient will come with different I mean, different kinds of problems, and accordingly that the doctor has to listen, and then has to give the medicine. Same way, we have to see that some students will be good, some students will be poor, slow learner. So accordingly that we have to prescribe them the medicines. Even if we go to the grocery shop, what will happen? The grocery fellow will not give, okay, this is one bag I'm giving you, everything is there. No, he'll ask what are all you want, what and all you wanted to purchase. And then we'll tell, I want this, I want this. So accordingly, our needs, he will give us the grocery. Same way, we have to treat our students also. We have to see what their requirements are. There are some naughty students will be there in our class. So we have to deal with the naughty students also with a different way. Naughty students doesn't mean that they are bad students. Naughty students mean they are little, I mean, they they are good students, but they involve in different kinds of. They're like attention puller. They are like they wanted to a center of attraction, something kind of things. That kind of mentality they will be there. They wanted to become a center of attraction, and that's why they will keep doing something in your class. Because of that, all other students will laugh, all other students will make fun, something like that, right? So we have to deal with naughty students also different way. Just an example, we have read with respect to our great Radha Krishnan sir. He basically he was a teacher, right? Very good teacher. We all on the teacher day will worship him also. So in class, when he used to take a class for the students, so many students used to come and he used to attend his class when they come to know that Radhakrishnan sir is taking the class. So one day he taught all about the diamond. What are the different types of diamonds, how to polish them, and then I mean, all with respect to diamond he was teaching. But when naughty students, he asked, sir, you told everything about the diamond, but you never told how to manufacture the diamond. So he the students purposely or something, like something like uh, when all such a good knowledge he got this kind of doubt. So Radhakrishnan sir said, guys, okay, what we have to do, we have to take a charcoal and we have to dig a 300-meter. Inside we have to keep that charcoal and we have to wait for 3000 years to turn that charcoal into a diamond. So so nicely the way he sir has given, I mean Radhakrishnan sir has given him an answer also, and at the same time he has tackled that student also. So there are so many different kinds of students will get in our this one. So be let us be a positive. Let us say that along with our teaching, let us add one more element of this digital. Let us get digitally equipped where I have such many things are available in this. Where you have something for 2000 rupees, you will get that one kind of tablet on which you can write, you connect to your laptop and you can solve all the examples, which is very helpful for the maths teacher or where the programming teachers, where you can write on that tablet, you can write it and it will reflect into the laptop where students, so the way we'll be writing on the blackboard, same way. So it just cost around 2000 or something. So it is really required if you really wanted to put there is a will, there is a way like that. If you then we can go for such kind of. And on the I mean internet, there are so many different apps are available where dynamically you can convert the topic which is there in the PPT and you can just reflect into a quiz, and that you can ask there itself, like if I will take this and I will give some contents to that particular app and it will generate a quiz, and I can send that link to you where you all are through my this one chat box, and I can ask students to give the attend this quiz immediately and you will come to know your. So this kind of activities where the students involvement is possible, we can involve the students, but for that we also has to put the efforts, right? We cannot say that I will teach this topic, I'll come back from my class. Something from our side also involvement is required, right? So, okay, this is one. I have taken this from the PPT of one of the very good professor, I mean director of IIT Dharwad. When I have heard his lesson, his session, when I have attended. So this is all lighter note. You can take it on the lighter note. How the changes or change in learning is happening. You can see first we are still we worship when it comes to the education, when it comes to the study. Our goddess is Saraswati Devi, right? Saraswati Mata. Now that traditional thing, Saraswati Mata is changing to the Mukambike. So MOOC, right? That Muk, everybody know about the Muk, right? So it's changing to the Mukambike. So we will worship our Saraswati Mata also at the same time, Muk Ambike also. So this is the on the lighter note. Just I like this concept, and it is very useful nowadays. So this is the last slide of my this one. So these are the key points what we can take away from this. So we are moving towards the 21st century career as a teacher, right? So we have to plan ourselves. We have to be a planner. We should plan ourselves how we should move ahead along in this teaching career, because as always there will be always changes happens. The change is always a constant. When we get accepted with all kind of changes in surrounding with us, let us accept this change also, that traditional teaching with only chalk piece and board is not enough. Let us digitally equip, and make our teaching. Then the next point, we should be a resource provider. Give our students the whatever resources we know are the best resources for that particular subject. Always share among them. Then a digital instructor for different way of learning. So become a digital instructor, a learning facilitator. Yes, we have to keep learning along with our students, because for a teacher it's not like that once you learn and over. See, if the people who of my age, where I have finished my engineering in 1996, the core subjects were different, and now the subjects are so different. So many changes will happen in almost all kinds of now all kinds of branches, right? So we cannot say that I don't know this subject, I haven't learned. We'll take and we'll learn. So learn it, let it be. Teacher means what? You have to keep learning throughout your career. You have to ready to learn throughout your career. So if you are a teacher, then first you should be a student. If you become a student, then you will be a good teacher also. We should be a technology lover. We should be a digital learner from here onwards for the lifetime. And at this age, we can say that we should be a genuine predictor. So we should find out the way, the interest of the students, what's its interest, and accordingly that we should give him the we should console him, we should give him the input, right? So which will be helpful for his career. So this is all these are all the key points which takeaways from this particular particular this one session. So I have in with my session. Any doubts, any questions from your side, Deepa ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Madam, no
Ma'am,
questions, madam. We have no questions.
uh, ma'am, I would like to ask that. So we are going with almost digitalized, like almost from 7 to 8 months. All teachers, because of pandemic situation, we are going with online. So you
Yeah.
told about what are the like difficulties at the beginning for giving a best
Yes.
to the student. The people are trying positioning the camera or aligning the board. The difficulty
Yes.
was
Yes.
there. Okay, some of the subject, as you said about Python, Java, and all like theory based subject, maybe you can do it in online. How about the people who require practical classes? How effectively the teacher can do it? The projects kind or a practical kind of subject effectively in digital era.
Yes, ma'am. That's what. In this now, when we say the digital era, we have to understand this is not going to for long time or permanently. We are not going to have such kind of scenario. We are finally coming back to the class. Students are coming back to this. But yes, when it comes to the digitally, what we can do in our college, we can make a video of that particular let us say with respect to mechanical or civil, we can make a video of that particular experiment, and we can share that video to the students to say that this is the way this experiment will work. And you can put the comments, you can put the slides, you can give some comments to that, so we can make a video of that. But that's what we have to this is only possible with respect to what we can say uh, for this, even for this computer science also, it is not so easy that we'll just give one experiment in front of them and will explaining when uh, it is necessary. Yes, it is necessary that it is not possible all things we can digitally we can explain it. But if we make a video which is of in your college where teacher is conducting that experiment, if we prepare a video of that and if you send the video to the students, they can go through that and they can understand it, at least not complete 100%, but at least some percentage they will understand it. This digitally also, it will not help you 100%. I mean, it is not going to get for the 100%. We have to say that 50% or digitally, 50% traditional way. That's why I was saying it is a blended mode. And so many universities are there, they have so many big labs, everything. What will say, all those infrastructures will just vanish just like that? No, the students will come back. So I myself feel that we should not worry. Yes, we should digitally, we should also equip. Let's go along with the students and what their interest, how they are learning. We should also understand what the new technology has come. So we also should be equally equipped with the new technology.
Thank you, ma'am. Irina Korchkane was saying that being a coach is a challenging task. So he has commented like this. So do you
Yes,
want to say
yes,
anything about this, ma'am?
yes,
Being a coach
definitely.
is a challenging task.
Yes, yes, definitely. That's why I told, see, coach means what in sports? Coach means along with student, he is also playing, right? When it's cricket, when it's football, along with him, he is also playing. So when it comes to the teaching, along with our students, we also has to keep learning something new and all. Because let's say in classroom, if we wanted to explain some topic, let us make small group of people and give them a task and say that, see, you can make a small play of this particular topic, so you can demonstrate with giving some play also. You the play roles, right? We have the concept of play roles, so we can do a small play role. Not, it's not possible that we can do this kind of activity every day. for every class, but at least for our subjects in one semester we can do such kind of activity at least once or twice, so that giving one group of people, naughty people who are interested in doing kinds of some kinds of expressions in that, so I mean they are more towards so give them a such kind of topic and ask them to do a play, and such kind of activity we can do, or we can call our colleagues and we can ask them, we'll do such kind of activity so the students will understand. But definitely this is not possible for every time, but at least once in a, so student will remember that more, because some kind of play happen in the class, so they will, that is what the way they will remember the subject. And as say, yes, coach, being a coach is difficult. We have to,
Varsha ma'am, can you stop sharing the screen? Just
yes
sharing
ma'am,
the screen.
yes. Yeah. Okay, so any other question? I hope I have given the at least some level you can accept with my answer.
Hope ma'am, hope that I've got the answer from your side. Really, the topic was more enjoyable because we all experienced, because every day we are experiencing the same about online classes and the students how they are behaving. As you said, all the materials are available in internet. Is it necessary to
Yes,
have a teacher in front of them, or teacher need to explain that difficulties? First of all, difficulty is too much. When you go with the digital era, we have composited both the traditional as well as the digital, how we have to, what we are requiring for the present day. I think from the
yes,
beginning, I think from first to 3 to 4 slides, hope everyone has remembering their flashbacks from the March 14th onwards. How
yes.
exactly they started their class
Myself,
period.
I struggled with the operational research, and we can do lot many activities, like we can make a group and we can prepare group, we can give them a topic, we can ask them to make a multiple choice questions, and we can keep one group to combine all those MCQs and then conduct a quiz for that subject, which is nowadays we are conducting so many events, right? So one of the event for this subject where students are only work, where they have collected on each topic some multiple choice questions, and finally one group will prepare this quiz conduction. So actually we can involve them in many ways, but only that we have to put ourselves in that activity, and we have to think how we can make them active. So that is our role, that is our duty, we have to do it. Okay.
I'll go for concluding the session, ma'am.
Yes, yes ma'am.
Thank you, Mom, for giving such a wonderful talk on redefining the role of engineers, teacher in digital era. As I said, everyone has experienced the all difficulty as well as the new things, because being a teacher, as ma'am said, it is a proud profession. So every day is a learning process. I think in the 7 to 8 months, almost all are updated with online technology. That is not only restricted with only the software courses. I think hardware people, being electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, civil engineers, everyone has gone through with this updation. We think we got an opportunity this time to learn most of the software things. I think all the participants are enjoyed. The talk was very much wonderful, ma'am. Thank you so much
Thank you ma'am.
for giving us such a nice talk, and everyone has enjoyed it. Thank you so much. I
Thank
think we
you
come
ma'am.
to.
Thank you.
I thank Osha ma'am as well as I thank all the participants and organizers for making this session more grand success. So
From
thank you
my
all.
side also, I just thank you for the electrical department and the whole team of FDP. The way you people have arranged, and every time to time you have taken all kinds of precautions, on all kinds of guidelines you have given, and you manage it very well. So hats off to your work also, and thank you for giving me this opportunity.
It means a lot for us, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah.